Good evening, Inspill Glimmers. Welcome to this very special episode. We had a lorecast today, but we didn't really plan on it.
No.
So you're gonna see that when you watch this, there's probably more information than what we're saying because we had planned before the lorecast happened. Um, the goal of the episode was to talk about reprints, our guesses about what was going to be reprinted, what was going to come, where it was going to go. In the meantime, we learned that there's a lot more reprints than we originally thought. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And there was also a leak of the full sheet of the legendaries that are going to be in the set with some people like doing some peeking, trying to read the new cards and everything. I'm not too happy about that personally.
I
I know, Drew,
remember.
you're not either.
I remember your like. I sent you the photo, and I said told you like, here's a leak of the full legendaries of the new set, and you were like, the person that released it is like that's kind of crummy coming from them.
Yeah, it's a really terrible um, thing to do in my own opinion. Like we're gonna have them in a few weeks. I would have much rather have them organically.
I,
That being said, we're gonna do our previews as if we didn't have like we hadn't seen those because we had already done our predictions and I still stand by what I predicted. So
yeah.
even though I now know I'm wrong on some of them, like I want to defend what I put there. I want us to discuss what we put there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bless you. And we will not mention at all what was the right prediction, what was the wrong
No,
prediction.
exactly.
The only ones we will say with certainty is the ones that have been confirmed by Ravensburger as of now. So there were some that were shown in the Lorecast a few
Weeks ago at
months
this point,
back.
yeah,
Yeah. When we restarted the Lorecast and everything, so we saw some cards. Those are confirmed. It's undeniable they're in the set.
yeah, exactly. So those we're going to talk about as being formally there. The rest, we'll see. But before we dive into this, let's talk just a little bit about the whole. I don't want to say drama because I don't think it's drama, but the whole story about how much of this set is reprints.
Yeah.
So
So
it's 83% of the set, I think
I
people
I counted
math
the
it out.
six. I counted the six. I think.
I'll trust you. I haven't done the math.
Yeah. I done the math like really quickly. But yeah, what I had heard through the grapevines was like half of the set being reprints,
They
and
said more than half the set would be reprints.
yeah,
So
yeah. So I would have assumed
technically
like
correct, the best kind of correct.
yeah,
But
I would have assumed like maybe 120 cards or something. Today they confirmed that it was 171, which is
yeah.
quite high, quite high. I wouldn't say it's like it's a bad thing or a good thing. I think it's fine.
I mean, I had done some like paper napkin math, and there's more super rares than I was envisioning because the more recent sets have more super rares. But when I was looking at set 1 through 4, they only had like two super rares, sometimes three per color. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be one legendary, one super rare, probably like two or three rare per color. And then the rest I didn't really bother because to be fair, the amount of and that's still like the case. It's two super rares per color and then like six rares, which is like that's where I see the most things that I wasn't expecting. But to me, the amount of commons and uncommons that are reprinted are fairly irrelevant. Like they make the bulk of those 171. It's like 116 cards are commons and uncommons. And in my opinion, we'll see when the set is released and announced and everything. But to me, most of that is going to be all your draft chaff. It's
Mm.
going to be your like one ink to two quests for one inkable cards in each color.
Shift lines and
Yeah,
whatnot.
like a bit of the shift lines. It's going to be your like We need a card that's evasive in Amethyst, and that's Rush in Ruby, and we need a bodyguard in Amber and Steel. Instead of creating new ones, they're just going to reuse the ones from the past four sets. Personally, I don't think like those are going to be major players because if we're being honest, if you look at any other regular set, those are not players either. As much as I like to tease my girlfriend about like how much she likes Markovsky because he was an all-star player in limited in set 6, I haven't really seen a deck playing Markovsky. So I don't really mind that the limited environment cards are made of more reprints. We'll see if it's that or if it's like every single common and uncommon that's in a playable deck has been reprinted,
Yeah, and
which would be a little bit more awkward in my opinion.
I think so too. Like I included some commons and uncommons in my predictions, like two per color, and like these are really like big players, and I think these are probably the only cards that are actually super relevant to constructive play.
Yeah,
And like if you math it out, that's like 12 cards out of 116. So
yeah, like it's not.
I would bet on like a lot of vanilla or vanilla-ish stuff like
And
stuff with
even then, like one of the commons you didn't put its uncommon shift line,
no, no,
which will
exactly.
more than likely be there if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's something that is totally reasonable to be
Yeah,
there.
like it's not a broken card. It's an okay, like it fits the theme of the color.
It's
I don't
played
mind
in
it.
some like
Yeah, it's
rogue. I don't want to say rogue decks. It's probably more like tier 1.5, not
it's
tier
meta
1.
adjacent. Let's call it
Yeah,
that way.
yeah, meta adjacent. I like that term.
One of the things I do like seeing in what we have here and answering, I think the question or the comment I've seen the most today, especially live at the store earlier tonight, people were like, "Well, no one's gonna buy boxes if it's all reprints, right? And the singles are gonna be super expensive." And like, oh wait a minute. We have the two iconic cards, which we still don't know how rare they are, but we know they're rare enough that even someone winning a DLC is not going to get one. So, like, the collectors are going to be chasing these and opening boxes trying to get them. And
That
then we've
is,
got 18 enchanted and 18 epic cards.
yeah, and like, y it's the only way you will have to get these enchanted and epics. The enchanted have been confirmed to. You will not get a card that was already an enchanted be an enchanted again.
Exactly.
They will never reprint the enchanted version of a card. So, in those returning cards, you see that six of them are
New enchanteds.
new enchanted. One of them we already actually know what it was.
Do we?
It's
Is it
the
the.
Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard
Oh, right. It's when
in
it's Honey
Amethyst,
Wizard. Right,
and
right, right, right.
and like it's probably the Amethyst one because you see six. It's one per color probably.
Yep.
So let's say they wouldn't redo Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell was announced in the set, and it's not gonna be an enchanted in this set again. The
No.
only way you can get enchanted Tink is opening set one boxes.
Exactly. So, people chasing enchanteds, like, 12 of the new cards are going to be enchanted. 6 of the returning cards, some of which will likely be like highly playable, will be enchanted. And then there's the epics, because I know the epics are going to be more common than enchanteds. But if we're lucky in there, I mean, the one we've seen is not highly playable, but they might be fairly playable.
Yeah,
And if we're lucky, if we get fairly playable epics, people are going to chase those quite a bit because they'll like the look on them, even for not being an enchanted. For someone looking to bling out their deck, they're very nice cards.
exactly. And
And
like
as for, oh, sorry, go ahead.
and like as for the iconics, we like they said we kind of already know what they are. It's like the front like the front packaging of the set. Like it's the Mickey and the Minnie on their
Yeah,
carousel horses, and we know like with the league today, if you're so inclined, you'll see what the Mickey is. The card is really cool, but and we don't know anything about the Minnie.
no, we don't. We don't have a clue about the mini. Also, like the thing is, if no one opens, like I want to reassure people because people were like, "Oh, those 33 mechanically new cards are going to be so expensive because no one's going to open the boxes." The thing is, if those cards become expensive, people are going to buy boxes to open them
To get a profit.
to get a profit, which is going to open product and make them less expensive. Like it will balance out. I don't think it's a dud set the way that some other card games sometimes have when when the mechanics of a set completely miss. But it's probably going to be like an under open set to some degree versus some of the others.
Because we were having this talk before starting to roll the camera about core sets in Magic versus
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's exactly the opposite term in one game and the other. Core sets in Yu-Gi-Oh are what we call standard sets in Magic, so they're the regular sets that come out every 3 months or 2 months nowadays. So they're the regular sets.
yep,
As for in Magic, core sets are the mostly reprint set. So historically, they've been like maybe something about 70 to 80% reprints with some mechanically new cards, which is really what you're seeing here with Fabled.
yeah. And like if we go to the most recent core set in Magic, which is Foundations, that's like what 90-95% reprint.
No, it's much lower than that. And this
It
is
is.
yeah. You have a lot of new mechanically unique cards in this set. Uh, if we go back to the actual last core set, which was M21,
Yeah, 21.
yeah, this was about 75%
Okay.
reprint set. So yeah, Foundations
Well,
has
it's still a
more.
little higher than that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
in the
exactly.
same in the same ballpark regardless because to be fair, I don't think anyone's gonna go mad about the 4 new commons and the 6 new uncommons. Like that's not the part that people are interested in.
Yeah,
The new rare, super rares, legendaries is what people are probably after. And I mean, if you're someone who likes to buy single and wants to potentially save, like that's 48 plus 44. That's like 92 cards you have to buy for your set. You might be like, it might be a race to get them at first because a lot of people are probably going to try to do that. I know for myself, I'm probably going to buy less boxes. I'm not going to
same
buy
for
no
me.
bucks though. Like, I want a few epics. I want to see what they're like. I want to try my hand on a legendary. I doubt I'm going to pull an iconic. But, if a box has the average of 4 legendaries and 2 of them are mechanically unique, and because, like, at first people are going to be scared, they're like $50 each if they're playable. Well, that's like 2/3 of the box right there just with the 2 legendaries. Okay, cool.
You can't be too mad about that.
So we'll see. Like we'll see what those mechanically unique cards actually are.
It feels that if you take a step back, it's a win-win situation for everyone. Like,
Yeah,
either they're gonna be affordable enough, and they're gonna make the cards affordable enough for everybody to be able to buy them, or they will be so expensive that initially they'll be paying for your box,
yeah,
so you'll be happy pulling them.
exactly. And the one legendary that we know about, well, one and a half, let's say,
Mm,
and the one that you and I both put on our lists, like they're all still fair. Like they're not expensive legendaries, but they're legendaries that were underprinted.
yes,
So even if like, oh, the reprints are going to become cheap, well, some people are going to be really happy to get their playsets of Maleficent Dragon or the other ones, which we're going to talk about in a
yeah.
bit.
Also, like Maleficent is a mixed bag because it's gonna be the
The
set champ,
promo,
yeah, the set
yeah,
champ promo, which we're gonna have a lot of copies as a non
unfoil.
enchanted,
Yeah,
yeah. So, but whatever, like that, it is fine to have
I
a
still want my
card that
playset
power.
of Enchanted of that one.
Yeah, I want to play set two. Like I have my set one playset, but I still want an enchanted playset two and keep both.
Oh, for real, for real.
So,
All
uh,
right,
we should probably dive into it because now we're
we
like
should.
teasing.
And as we go through the lists, I want to ask you because we're gonna have one extra enchanted per color. We know the amethyst one,
Yep.
so I want us to discuss as we go through them which card we think could be like the reprint enchanted in the set.
And that's interesting because like we made a list with our predictions, but this is completely off the cuff. Like
Oh yeah, this is like
this
this is
is
completely off the
unplanned.
cuff.
We haven't talked about it. You caught me by surprise by saying that.
So I know you've done some commons and uncommons. I haven't. So walk us through like without going into too much detail, what you put into like the commons and uncommons
Yeah.
slot that you see like coming back.
Yeah, so I have like 12 of them, and it's gonna be quite fast. Like, I don't have to explain why I put them there. They're like super good cards. They've been showing up in most of like constructed decks. For Amber, like I limited myself to two for the video, just for length purposes.
Yeah, yeah.
For Amber, I have Pluto Friendly Pooch, which is the bird of paradise. Make an ink
Yep.
one drop, and 2 drop Simba Protective Cub, the one with the bodyguard from set one.
I mean,
So
especially with the Shiv Simba being there in Amber right now, he
you have
kind of
Shift,
needs a shift line to
yeah, you have
exist.
Shift Simba, and we know that Stitch Rockstar is a reprint.
Yeah,
So like these two, it just makes sense for it to be there.
and now that we have 68 commons, like I think we can have this fairly safe to bet that the one drop Stitch is going to come back as well.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I didn't put it there because it wasn't like
No, 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 I
quite.
know, but like while we're talking about this Stitch Rockstar,
Yeah, yeah,
it they haven't often printed Floodborns that didn't have something to shift onto existing in the same color.
exactly. You always have something. For Amethyst, I had the Chernobog's follower and friends on the other side, which were hugely played in every deck.
So I'm not sure about Chernobog's follower, if we're being honest.
Might be another one drop.
Because
Like
we
I
have
hesitate.
Diablo that's still there. And part of me think they might reprint
Broom.
Brew. Like maybe they're not reprinting Yensid. I doubt they are. But I still think they might reprint the Broom package as a whole.
Okay, okay.
Although that would include like that would make the super rare kind of have to be Mickey Mouse, which it's not what I put. But
No,
it could be possible that they reprint part of the Broom package, and if they do that, well, the one drop Broom makes more sense than the Churnabox follower.
yeah, I agree with that. Um,
And like it's mostly we have Diablo that is like staying, and I feel that the Amethyst one drops draw a card right now, having three of them is a little bit too
Redundant.
redundant and repetitive. Like it's overdone, and
I'm
when
all
you want
for
to
not
shake up
having
things,
like I'm all for reprinting one, but not having all three.
yeah.
Also, like I want to touch on something about Amethyst actually. Uh, you'll be seeing it in the rares, but I stayed away from the bounce package.
Same.
I
I
like
stayed away from Vows Packet. I mean, I stayed away from it, but if I did the commons and uncommons, I could see something like the crab. Like I could see one or two of them.
I could
Like I could see the snake, I could see the crab.
I wouldn't put the rares. That's
Exactly. I don't think the rares are coming back. I don't think the goat is coming back because we've had Huddy Marin and the White Rose printed in the meantime. So I don't think goat is coming back. But I could see snake. I could see crab being reprinted.
yeah. This is totally fair, and like we could have some. We could have also other iterations of Madame Mim and
Oh yeah.
Merlin appearing because like I don't think they've made all the versions from the Wizard Duel. So
No, and plus, like I'm saying, even then, like I'm kind of spitballing here, but even crab, like we have Yelana. I don't remember what her name is
that
from
gives Challenger plus
that
two.
gives Challenger plus two when she comes in Amethyst.
Yelena.
So yeah, So like we might not even need crab. Like we might have crab V2, like
Mm,
low powered crab. So we'll see.
yeah. Moving along to Emerald, my cards of choice were Pegasus Gift for Hercules because it's the promo for the DLC,
It is a promo for the DLC.
and actually it's a confirmation. It has the tag of set number 9 on the bottom of the promo,
Yep.
so it is confirmed to be there. I also put down Sudden Chill, which I think is a very bare bones tool for Emerald.
Fair enough.
Like I don't
Fair
think we'll
enough.
see all of the discard cards that we had in
I
the.
sure hope not.
You're not alone. Like I played a
I don't
lot
want
of
to see
it.
Prince John. Like there's parts of the bounce pack of the discard package I don't mind seeing come back. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Bruno come back, for
Yeah,
example. We're going to talk about it in a bit. But I think the egregious point in the discard package has to be Prince John. And my guess is they realize they've made a mistake here.
yeah,
So I'm hoping we don't see Prince John come back.
mm, exactly. Don't worry, I haven't put him like as my rare pick. Even though like I played a lot of him. No thanks. For Ruby, I have some really like I want to say evident choices.
Yep,
It's Brawl and Dragonfire.
I
I
can
think
see that.
we I think we need Brawl. I think we need Dragonfire for the format to function to have like good red
That's
removal.
that's the thing, right? People, a lot of people are hoping for the disappearance of, oh, good riddance Sisu, good riddance this, good riddance that. Like a good card game needs hard removal.
Yes.
It doesn't need it in every single color, and that like, but we need some hard removal that's not out of order that costs like 7 or 8 and or energy blast or whatever.
Mm,
Like we need something that comes faster than that, even though, but we just don't want it to be, oh, every single turn I banish what you play until you no longer have cards, you no longer have resources, and then I deploy. Like control is fine,
it's all
over
about
control would
balance.
not be. Yeah, but we need some tools. I agree with Brawl. It's a really good common. I agree with Dragonfire as well. To be fair, and
It was a good one off in like some lists. Sometimes it wasn't there. Sometimes it was there.
I wouldn't even be mad to see like 3 drop Sisu come back, even if we don't have the big one.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
she's uninkable. She removes a 1 power or less. Blue's still gonna have the coil available, so I could see like 3 drop Sisu uninkable just coming back on her own, and I wouldn't be bad about it. Like
mm,
I feel she's a good tool.
that's fine. Like, and we already know that like Sisu won't
We
be.
know Big Sisu is not coming back,
Yeah, Big
so
Sisu is not coming back, which I think is fine. It was kind
yep,
of
yeah, I agree with that.
like it was a character of the meta from the last year, and now we can move on to something else.
Exactly.
Um, then in Sapphire, I said Popsicle. I think
Yep.
it's very very important for Popsicle to be back for item strategies to still be relevant.
I agree. And with them banning specifically for the sphere and not popsicle, I think it was an indication that like popsicle was reprinted, and that's kind of why they didn't want to ban it at the
Mm,
time.
exactly. And my other card is Grammatala, Keeper of Ancient Tales, the 4 drop one.
I could see her being reprinted. I could also see her not being reprinted
Yeah, I
because
think
of how like she is very omnipresent in the meta, which is
yeah,
good for a common. Like it's a good reason to reprint her. It's also a good reason not to reprint her.
yeah, but I think it's like vanilla enough as an effect. Like, I could also see develop your brain being a
Yeah, yeah,
reprint.
yeah. And like she
Like,
does develop your brain on the 3/3 body for 4. Like it's not a broken card by any means.
yeah, I actually like I debated about like having a blue action and a blue item and not having a character in my common picks. So
Yeah. My my main issue with Grammatala being reprinted is Kida.
yes,
Because Kida does not do the Grammatala thing, but she kind of does like the next turn, and she's a ward. So I'm not sure if they didn't intend Kida to take over Tala and then maybe just have the 2-drop Tala or something
Maybe,
be there. We'll see.
maybe.
The one card I'm not seeing here that well, let's go with Steel. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'll let you finish Steel, and then I'll talk about the one card I'm surprised not seeing.
exactly. So for Steel, I went with Mr. Smee Bumbling Mate. It just makes a lot of sense. Pirates has been super pushed as a theme in set 6, set 7, and set 8. We have the new Captain Hook. We have the Pete Space Pirate and everything. Like uh, Smee makes a lot of sense. He's a good 2-drop, solid 2-drop.
I agree with that.
Uh, and and the last card is Let the Storm Rage On. I think it's kind of necessary for Steel to have its
Just
cheap.
like we needed the hard removal in Ruby, I think we need some damage removal in Steel. I know we both picked not exactly the same, but a variety of damage removal for Steel,
Yeah,
and I think it's important for the viability of the format. I know a lot of people right now are tired of Steel-based decks and how much they run the format and everything.
the problem is it's the identity of the color. You
Yeah,
cannot like without reinventing the color, you cannot just do away with those cards.
and also like as much as you might not like that color, especially if you're an aggro player, you might not realize how bad the world would, like the game would be if everything was just aggro matchups.
Mm,
Because Ruby's not going to get to those Dragonfires Be Prepared or whatever in time if Steel is not there somewhere in the meta to take care of the hyper aggro deck and just make sure it's contained.
exactly.
And similarly, Steel is getting contained by control decks. Like it's the whole rock paper scissors thing. We need all of it for the game to be fully balanced.
And actually, like the game has been doing it like quite well since the beginning.
Oh yeah,
Like apart from like the obvious ban cards and whatnot, uh, when it became egregious with Blue Steel being like omnipresent, uh, like you had a good choice of control deck, of mid range deck, of aggro deck, almost at every point in the game. Aggro
yeah,
was struggling in the beginning and now has become a main player, which is good. I think it's just very good to have all this representation.
yeah. As someone who's more control in this like uh later meta that we have right now, I can tell you that the aggro decks are absolutely terrifying. But
Very
then
good.
my son who plays Stealth Song is like, "Oh yeah, I'll have him any day of the week. That's
Yeah,
fine. Just throw
exactly.
him at me. It's fine. It's okay."
All right,
So no,
so
it's a good balance. The one card I'm genuinely surprised because you put Sudden Chill there, which I think is fine. But I like if I had to put my money, I'd put it on Ursula Deceiver before putting it on Sudden Chill.
you see, actually, he was my she was my third choice. Like
Because
I
like there's a huge probability, like or possibility, both of them get reprinted. But as much as it is in the identity of Green to do turn two, Ursula, look at your hand. Is there a song? If we want songs to remain and to remain powerful, we need something like Ursula in one of the colors. Emerald being the most obvious, but also we'll talk about what I put in the rares as well in a minute. But we need something because we don't have counter spells to interact with those while they're in the hand.
exactly. So she was like the only reason Ursula is not the card showing here is because of Pegasus being confirmed as a promo from DLCs.
Yeah, but you put two commons.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, but it was commons and uncommons. Like it was
No,
one
I know.
category. But you know like it's just I wanted to put everything that was confirmed just so we can
Oh
talk
yeah,
about it,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then it's the predictions. So Ursula was like next in line.
Yeah, and you put like Pegasus Gift for Hercules. Obviously, there's a strong chance. I hinted to it earlier, but that the shift Pegasus also comes back.
Yeah, the Cloud Racer.
The Cloud Racer, because like it's a cool trick for aggro decks that include Emerald.
It's not too
It's
busted.
not too busted. Like it's a cute thing to do. You have to shift it for it to happen. So if you banish the gift for Hercules, it's just a 3/3 evasive. It's not
It's kind of like understated for the
understated.
cost.
Yeah,
If
like a
it,
3/3 evasive quest for 2/5 is not broken by any means.
yeah, yeah, you really have to do the 1-2 punch for it to do what you want it to do.
Yeah, but so there's going to be a lot more. Can't wait to see what those reprints are. But very interested about what the 4 commons and 6 uncommons are going to be in the mechanically unique cards, because that means not every color is going to get a unique common, which
Exactly.
is like
It's interesting. It's
that's
very
interesting
interesting.
for sure.
I like if I have to guess, it's probably gonna be like again shift lines that are needed for like new characters.
It's possible.
Like uh, I haven't seen the card, but I've seen a new character showing up on that
Sheet.
leak sheet. So like if it's a Floodborn, we might need a
Yeah, we might need a card there. We'll
yep.
see. But
So
let's jump into the rares. You've been talking a lot, so I'll take the stand. We'll go color by color,
yep,
and we'll see how we fare. So for the rares in Ember, and you'll see there's a recurring thread here. The last 4 sets have sorry provided us with a lot of cool tools. One thing they haven't provided a lot of is removal. Like we've been very very low on removal and on songs. It's been very I don't want to say lackluster, but more limited in that sense. And if we don't want Lorcana to lose that identity, I feel we kind of need to keep those in the game. So for Ember, I went with both the Bare Necessities and the World's Greatest Criminal Mind.
I would
Because
have to agree with both.
I think they're like 2 tools that are really, really relevant for Ember to be able to survive. We're going to talk in a little bit how I don't think some of the core tools of Ember are coming back. So if it's not there and people need solutions, maybe the solution is to remove the card from the hand from the get go.
I'm gonna handshake emoji you on the bare necessities. That's one of my picks for rare too. The other one is a confirmed card though. It's Ariel's singing mermaid. She's on the cover of the starter deck.
Fair enough.
So, like I said, I was prioritizing cards that were already confirmed. So that was my second
Yeah,
pick
yeah, yeah, yeah.
forever.
That's fair.
But I totally agree with World's Greatest Criminal Mind. Again, it's my third pick after the confirmed card. I think these things are kind of needed. It does something unique enough for Ember to, so you want to include it. So yeah,
Yeah, and Ember does have that like banished character with 5 or more power. Like it has that synergy to it
it
that
feels
is very much inside entity.
it feels very white in Magic ish,
Yeah, to a degree.
which have that kind of removal of big creatures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Amethyst, I haven't looked what you've put, but I think one of them we're gonna agree with, because similarly to how they haven't put out a lot of songs recently, they haven't put out a lot of locations recently.
I see where you're going.
And while I don't want to see all the locations come back, I'm not sure I want to see McDuck Manor come back, even though I play it quite a bit.
Agreed.
Uh, and even though we still have the library, I feel like the Queen's Castle was a really good location. It was a fun location to play, and if my gut feeling that we might not see Maui Hero to all come back is true, it might have a little bit more legs to stand on as well.
I do agree. I put it to like again. We agree on this one. It's one of my picks.
And I don't know what the other one you have is, but
It's
I
very
went with
spicy.
mine is as well. So we'll see.
Okay.
Because we went, I went with okay, we it was hinted in various ways that there's going to be a lot of set one reprints in this set. It's been underprinted. We all know that, even with the giveaways that they did recently. And one of the identities that they try to push for Amethyst and that hasn't really like broken through so far is the when it's banished in a challenge, bring it back to your hand, yada yada yada. So I was seeing the Dr. Facilier line from set one come back. So I put the Agent Provocateur, the 7
Okay.
drop that shifts for 5,
Okay.
that does like, hey, your characters, when they're banished in a challenge, you return them to your hand.
Very
As a
interesting.
4/5 quest for 3. It's fairly statted for what it does, and it didn't have its time like in the spotlight.
Yeah, it was played for like a hot second in set one constructed, and that's
Yeah.
about it. Like
So
week
like
one, and
I could see that card making a comeback in a world where, especially, like, we know aggro is probably going to be better in the rotation. So having something where you can recycle your removal characters that have rush seems like a good avenue for Amethyst for me. So that's what I put as my second rare for there.
mine is even spicier, I think. We've seen like madrigals showing around even in the like year two cards.
Yep,
So I decided to go with the card that I think was underplayed a bit. It's Isabella Madrigal, Golden Child.
I lost to that card yesterday.
Really,
I did.
really. So I'm saying it's underplayed, and you played against it yesterday.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I lost to it. Not like I didn't just like play against it. I lost to it.
I think it's a good card. Like I think it's a good rate. I think it wasn't played a whole lot when the format was bigger. Now that the format is getting a bit smaller, maybe she'll find a spot. Maybe tribal-ish strategies like Madrigal might find a little
Maybe.
spot to shine as a meta adjacent deck.
And I kind of like her mechanic of like she has to be the only one to quest, and then she has a big boost. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm not sure it's gonna be reprinted, but I would surely like to.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
All right, Emerald.
Emerald. I'm not sure. I think we have the same two.
I think one of them might be the same.
One of them I like. I want it to happen because of how we both like to build around this card, and it's Morph.
Actually, that means both might be the same in that case.
I'm genuinely thinking we might have both of the sames because I know you like Morph as much as I do. He's a really cool build around. He has this whole anyone can shift onto him, so he opens up a lot of variety for your Floodborn characters. And then because we need removal, I went with Bruno for the second one. We don't talk about Bruno. So to me, those are the two that make the most sense right now without breaking. Like, none of these are breaking the meta. None of these are obnoxiously omnipresent that, like, seeing them reprinted is going to be such a chore. Uh, like, the We Don't Talk About Bruno has this factor of uh, MTG's red in the sense of like, oh, it's at random. You discard at random, but it's still a discard spell. It might be removal, it might not be. Who knows? A little bit of
Exactly.
a chaos warp feeling, almost.
Yeah, yeah, and like it is removal on an empty hand if like
Yeah,
we keep discard strategies around in some way or form.
no, exactly. And Morph enables so many cool deck strategies by enabling anything to shift onto it. Where it's like, okay, do I want to prioritize removing the known shift target or the morph? And to quote the Griffins, a boat's a boat. The mystery box could be anything, even a boat. Like, a Diablo's a Diablo. A morph could be shifted by anything.
It could be a Diablo, could be
It could be
a
a Diablo. It could be a beast. It could be a
big
Cinderella.
Robin.
It could be a big Robin. Like, I really love Morph. I hope he's one of the reprinted cards. He's one of the coolest designs I think we've seen since the beginning of Lorcana. I really hope we see him back in Emerald, to be honest.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
In Ruby, what did you go for in Ruby? I'll let you start on this one.
I'm sure we have one that's the same.
I'm pretty sure we both have been prepared.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna sing it like Villain does. But be prepared. All right. So,
But
yeah.
no, like
I think we sung sung the merits of Be Prepared on stream like a lot, and that it needs to be coming back in some way, shape, or form. I
yeah,
think now that
we need a universal board wipe.
yeah, and
So if
I
it's
think it's
not be
easy.
prepared, it needs to be something else.
Yeah, and I think it's easier just to reprint it now that we know that the set is mostly reprints.
Yeah, it's
So
mostly reprints. We know Sisu's not coming back, so like that's another semi board wipe that's not coming back. So we need like a good hard board wipe.
yeah, I think it's just an elegant way to like bring back into the fold, and it's an elegant way to have rat the board. It's uninkable, it's costly, but it's singable. Like
Like not
it's
a
a
lot
good
of people
balance.
actually like not a lot of characters actually sing it
Yeah,
in the grand scheme of things. I've sang it like twice tonight, I think, which is
more than
yeah. I think more than I've sung it like in the past 2 years. But
yeah,
it's a very rare occurrence where you're gonna sing "Be Prepared." The rate is not too bad. Pete is still in the game, so it's still being able to be played around. Assuming Ursula and Bare Necessities might be coming back, there's also ways to prevent it. I don't think it's as egregious. Of course, with Sapphire being Sapphire, there's going to be early, be prepared. That's going to happen no matter what. And
yeah.
you cannot hope for a game without board wipes because that would be like, oh, the greediest fastest deck wins. The end.
Say same thing as like with you want good tools for control and for like steal for aggro to not be like omnipresent and like omni powerful.
Yeah.
So
You need to be able to stabilize.
yeah, but I think we'll be different on our second card. Like I
I'm
went
pretty
with
sure we are.
yeah, I went with something like that. I think is a good power level. I think it's thematically sound for Fable because we have seen that there are a lot of cards from the Goofy movie. I went with Goofy
Okay.
Super Goof.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I have two copies of the Enchanted one.
Yeah, they've said today that they were not gonna change the art on
Uh-huh.
reprinted cards. I was hoping like to have a new art of Super Goof with like fitting more the theme of the
A
movie
Fabled.
uh,
Oh, of
of
the movie. Okay, yeah, yeah.
the Goofy movie. Like there's a scene like where he really like shines through.
Okay,
But
I haven't seen it in a while, so
yeah, so it it could have worked. I don't think now it's as much of the cut and dry thing, but I like how it's going from like a theme point of view.
yeah. And mine is a guess. I was hesitating between two. Um, because I went with one super rare, I went with this rare, but I could have gone the other way. So I went with Teeth and Ambition, even though it's on this card that was in set 5 or 6, I don't remember. But like
Six.
I went six, so I went with Teeth and Ambition because again we need some removal in red, and I like that give and take of putting damage on your characters to put damage on the others. It I could have also seen Being Undisputed. Uh, but as we're going to talk in the super rares, I already covered the Being Undisputed part in my
Mm,
super rares, so I'm not. I was less inclined to do so. But yeah, I one thing for sure, I don't see Maui hero to all as being the reprint here.
I I surely hope it's not there. It was too easy to have that kind of 5 mana Doom Blade on a guy.
Yeah,
Sometimes two Doom Blades on a guy.
yeah, no,
Uh,
it was like it's obnoxious. It
it's
sticks
very
around.
large. It's
It's
very
yeah,
very
like
large.
it commands removal. It deals with most locations. Like just the existence of this card made most locations bad.
Yeah, exactly.
The end. I was playing a game today, and I think the person was playing like mostly locations. Like not tonight, just today during the day.
Mm.
And the person was like playing like, oh, turn one location, turn two location, turn three location. And at one point, I brought down two Mauis,
Took down everything.
shut their game down because now they couldn't put locations. They were gonna die. They were gonna be banished before they did anything.
Yeah, understandable.
But yeah, no, like Teen Ambition or B King, I don't see like Super Goof. I liked same thing. Like I like Flynn Rider as well
Yeah.
as one of the options. I don't know if it's a rare or super rare, but like
He's a super.
he's a
If I
super, right? Yeah.
He's a super. Uh, though I the only problem I have with Flynn, it has been outclassed pretty hard in the last year. Like you don't have lines where it's
Oh,
actually
you
good
haven't seen
to
the new deck, have you?
new deck.
You haven't seen the new blue red?
No.
Oh, I'll tell you about it after
Okay.
this. But there's a new blue red that's been making the rounds with Maximus and Flynn and Tinkerbell
Oh, they've
and
made
Prince
it.
John. Like yeah, they've made it and it's won a few
Oh,
tournaments lately. Like not the biggest ones, but it's won like
because
a variety of such and mid-sized events.
because I've seen the idea of it and it wasn't working. So
No,
I
it's
just
fairly
assumed that
like
the
it has a hard time against more controlly blue red,
okay,
but it's still like a really it's an aggro-y deck that plays, the Cogsword that where if there's an item, it's a 5 power.
okay,
The Prince John, like all of those, like the Maui Hero to All, and it does turn one Moana, turn two Flynn, so that you have your 3 power 1 drop, and
okay.
then your Flynn. And no, it tries to aggro that way in its own way. It's
Interesting.
an interesting concept.
All right. Well, talking about blue red, we could jump into sapphire.
Yeah.
I'll let you
I
go.
think there's going to be a one we're going to have the same.
Okay,
So let's start there. We need removal in the game. So let it go.
let it go. Can't hold
I
it
feel like
back
it's a recurring
anymore.
theme. They printed so many of the removal in the early sets, and so little ever since that we kind of need that removal to come back.
Yeah. No, like I was saying, like can't hold it back anymore. We need more removal coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. It's a song. It's really again very elegant, as I like to call it. It's just well designed.
And it's very blue in its ability to just put it in the ink instead of putting it, like banishing it. It's also one of the few hard removals for stuff like Lilo that comes back from the discard,
Mm.
or like other cards like that that can be interacted from the discard pile.
We don't have much of that effect
No,
left.
exactly. So that's good. And I think this is where we kind of parted ways as to which part of blue we wanted to see
You
like
went with ramp.
shine more. Huh?
You went with ramp.
I went with Ram. I went with Fishbone Quill. I think it's one of the bluest cards in its identity that we have. And as broken as it's been with Harem, I think it's a lot more balanced now in the workshop builds, for example, and stuff
Mm.
like that, where you don't have as much card advantage. So
Yeah,
you need to always consider, okay, am I using my quill? Am I inking my quill? And it's not as straightforward as it once was. So I really like this idea, and it's still, turn after turn after turn, Ramp is kind of what Sapphire wants to do. So that's what I went with.
yeah. Well, you
But I could
mentioned
also just I wouldn't be mad if it didn't get reprinted. Like to me, it makes sense to reprint it.
yeah,
It's an item in the item colors. It fits the RAM package. But if it's not that, I'm not going to be like, oh, why did they reprint it? I can see why they wouldn't as well.
because I went with the other card you mentioned with Morris Workshop.
Yeah,
I thought it made a little more sense, and I went kind of the route with where you said you wouldn't be mad to not see Quill coming back. I was like, they could reprint other stuff that ramps, like characters like the Grammatala, the 2 drop, the Mickey 3 drop, and everything of the sort, and not have Quill. So I kind of went with that
I'd be
ideology.
completely okay with that. To be fair, like I could see Morris Workshop being reprinted. I know a lot of people would be absolutely mad that we still have Popsicle Workshop, but
I think it's like it's a good line. And it's
it's a good
not.
line. And as someone who's been playing it for a little over a set now, like I started it late last set, it's not an easy engine either to assemble or to
No,
make work.
no,
Like
you have to commit to it.
you have to commit to it. It is very fragile in the sense that you need it. It needs not to be disrupted. If you have to deal with aggro and you can deploy it on time, it's almost useless. Like
Oh,
I can see Workshop as being like a not egregious card, even though once the engine is assembled, yeah, it takes time and it's annoying. Like you're watching your opponent with 3 workshops playing a popsicle, drawing 4 cards, removing your stuff. Sure, but you at the same time you've left and build the engine.
and also like I want to make the joke of like I kind of missed the window for it, but I want to make the joke of like, oh, I put Hiram in there.
Yeah.
Like no, no, they're not gonna reprint Hiram ever. Like they're still not sure if it's gonna be okay for Infinity. So I think Workshop as your draw engine in blue is fair.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, um, let's jump to Steel.
Steel. So removal tribal.
Yeah, we like y- we already talked about these ones before we started rolling,
Yeah.
and your second choice is my third choice, and I think vice versa.
Like I don't think all 3 big steel rare spells are getting reprinted. I'm fairly certain we're seeing 1, maybe 2.
Yeah,
The question is which ones.
yep.
The one we both agree with is Strength of a Raging Fire.
I think it's the most like popular. I think it's the most powerful also of the bunch. Like I
The
won't say
most versatile.
generically.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's the only one that's inkable. First of all,
Yep.
it can be sung for fairly cheap, and if you assemble a wide enough board, it can take out just about anything.
Yeah.
So it's modular. It is inkable. It can be sung by like early singers. It's a good, well-rounded removal spell.
Hmm.
Which leads us to the second one.
Yeah.
And that's where we disagree. You went with Zeus, I went with Grab. Zeus is definitely more plain. Like,
Yes.
there's no arguing that. But I think, like, once you have Strength and the Storm, to me, Grab is a more necessary, like, tool in the toolbox, even though it's not used as frequently than Zeus.
Yeah. My thinking for it is like I wanted removal for location,
Yep.
and we have 2 characters that pseudo grab. Like okay, Mickey's a 10 drop. Like we had that.
Mickey's a 10 drop, Bagheera's on their like on your opponent's turn, so you don't
It's
have control over
conditional.
it.
Yeah, it's very conditional. So that's why I said pseudo grab.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we got grab instead of Zeus. I'd be just very surprised that we don't get strength back. Like if they give us grab and Zeus but not strength, I'd raise an eyebrow.
I mean, like it's not the choice I would like,
Hmm.
but I could see them doing it
There's
if
a
only if only for the fact that oh, that way you have to commit to uninkables. Like the challenge with Steel Song or any like steel based stuff has always been well, your removal's uninkable, you have to commit to your uninkable slots to be your removal. With strength, well, half of it is not. You have like 3 of the storm, 3 strengths, and it's only like 4 slots for 8 removal, basically. 4 uninkable slots for 8 removal. And I could see them being like, yeah, no, we want the good steel singable removal to all be uninkable, because if you want to commit to removal, actually commit to it.
Yeah. You have to have your whole character base being
Yeah.
inkable and whatnot. Yeah,
And I mean, we're still keeping Troubadour that can sing Zeus on turn 3. We're still keeping Naveen that can sing like on turn 4 when he comes down for a grab. Like there's ways to do shenanigans. Um, Again, I would love to see Strength come back. I love Strength of a Raging Fire as a song, but I could see them committing to like, and we've seen it a lot. Like the only steel removable, like removal, like proper removal spell, well, song actions that are inkable are Strengthened Babu. Is there any other one?
we had Smash.
We had Smash, true.
Like,
I mean, Smash could come back, to be
yeah,
fair.
Smash actually should come back in my opinion.
Like, if they remove Strength, I could see Smash coming back
Yes.
as an inkable 3-drop.
Yeah, I think for the limited format and like the consideration of like super sealed if they do that ever again for
Yeah.
worlds and whatnot, I like having Smash as an option in there in the steel pool of Fabled.
Yeah. So we'll see.
All right. Well, we
But
can
yeah,
say,
I'm expecting, regardless, I'm expecting both rares in the. I mean, it's gonna be more than
it's more than two. It's more than two.
more than 2. It's 6 per color. So yeah, since it's 6 per color, I could see like 2, maybe even the 3 of them coming back.
Well, the problem with the three of them is just that you kind of it's just the comeback of Steel Song.
No, exactly. Like I don't think we need all 3 of them, but I could see any of the 3 of them coming back, basically.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. So circling back around to Amber for the super rare.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, we already know that one.
yeah, well, yeah, it's gonna be fast. It's Stitch Rockstar.
Yeah, we learned today that it's 12. We thought we had guessed it would be 6.
Yeah,
So we only have 1 each. But yes, we already know it's the Truck Star. Nothing
and
too major there.
and if I can bring out a point here, we didn't do it for the rares, but and we're not gonna do it like for every color, every combination. But it's something I want to touch upon. Cards that will noticeably not be there. Uh, Cinderella Ballroom Sensation and
Uh,
Ariel Spectacular Singer.
I think as well that they are not coming back.
You like if you're bringing back the steel removal, which is very plausible, you cannot just bring back Ariel because then you're just like, oh yeah. So you're getting sick of playing against Steel Song. Yeah, just play another
Another
3 months
year
of
of
Steel.
it.
Yeah,
By the way, one of the things I wanted to bring, because it's one of my guests, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an Enchanted Be Prepared.
oh, I would love that. Love it. But we can do that at the end. I want to guess the
Oh yeah, yeah,
Enchanted
but
at the
like
end.
we touched on it. And it was like that's the one that I'm kind of already guessing. Like, oh, I
And
would love to see it, and it would make sense for them to make it.
I'll agree with you. Like we'll very highball for the enchanted, and when it might be an uncommon like Winnie,
Yeah,
because Winnie is like very out of left field, and I didn't include it. Like I forgot to include it in my comments, but you know, I actually remembered it's in the set while speaking with you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
So yeah, Ember, R1, yes, was Stitch Rockstar. Um, it makes sense, to be
yeah,
fair.
yeah, I totally agree.
Good
And
card, Ember card advantage, which is always shenanigans one way or another. So
Yeah, like it could be a lot of things. Could be like Pooh, Piglet Pooh Pirate Captain. That's a super rare. It might be like
like that's what I wouldn't want to see.
I
It
agree.
it's good. It makes sense. I'm not the biggest fan of it. In like of it coming back. I mean, like we already have a
Mm,
Churna dog that is very strong and very like the same way I don't want to see Steel Song just. Bleh, I kind of don't want to see Churna dog also being like. Eh.
and also like a lot of cards from Chernodog are not rotating
Yeah.
from
Well,
the
not a
get
lot
go.
of songs. Not a lot of stuff from Churna dog. It's like it's almost all new cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The deck is very very recent. Amethyst.
Amethyst. So because we have, well, let's start. Because the archetype is fairly new of being playable and fairly playable right now, and because we have a very good shift target in Sapphire, I thought Bell Accomplished Mystic made the most sense here
Handshake emoji
as a
again.
target.
Yeah, I put the same.
Because like it's a mechanic they like. It's a good, I'll call it a combat trick, but it's a good play that you can make of like, oh, challenging something, having your damage on, shifting the bell, moving the damage away, and now she quests for two. And like it's a really fun interaction to when you're making it.
And it's very powerful.
It is.
Like I like those play patterns. I think it's something I would dig continue seeing. I just want probably a shift target in purple too. We had
Yeah,
one in set four. It wasn't great, but it was fine.
I could see her being reprinted. But yeah, like that's to me the Amethyst super I would love to see. Also, keeping with the team.
Yeah,
It's one of
exactly.
the hard removals of Amethyst, which is moving damage counters to remove stuff. That's how Amethyst deals with unexerted stuff. Well, except with like Elsa.
Mm.
But it's either you move damage counters on them or you exert them. And I mean, I think Bell is a very elegant way of. Like, it's a very elegantly designed card. Her playmat is amazing. The art is amazing on it. I could see her being an epic card, to be completely fair.
Mm.
Or
Yes,
even
yes,
maybe an
yes.
enchanted. Like, she is a good candidate to have this, like, super high end treatment because of how gorgeous her original art is.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the enchanted because Winnie is,
Yeah, because
but
Winnie is. But, like, I could see her having, like, some form of an epic card. There's
l-
11 reprinted epics. We know one of them is Elsa, so there's already one in Amethyst, but there's a potential for two.
yeah, and like I could have seen the potential for it to be like a promo for a DLC or something.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
would have loved seeing that, but
yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. She could have been like we had Ursula that set, which oh for a DLC you mean right?
For
That's set
DLC,
chips. Yeah, she could have been a DLC promo. Yes,
like it's a super playable card. So Emerald,
Emerald.
I'm pretty sure we don't have the same thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. What did you go with?
I went with one of my personal favorites. I went with Prince Philip, Vanquisher Foes.
That's the one that combos with Bogo and
Return of Hercules.
Return of Hercules.
Like I like the card. I like the card a whole lot. We have Prince Philip, like the 3/2 ward for three.
True.
That was printed in set 6 or 7. I don't remember which one. Uh, like we have the shift target for it. I like it made sense. It's something that's very on theme with what Emerald does, like for that more mid-rangey Floodborns, damage base, damage base strategy.
Yep.
So that was my thinking about it.
And I went with the other side of Emerald, which is return stuff to your hand. And with the idea that, oh, they like to reprint set one stuff. So I went with Genie on the job. He used to be very playable. I still think he's a good card. Like, he's a little high costed, but he's evasive. He's a 3/4. He bounces something when you play it. He's Kid Cloud Kicker on steroids, basically. I like the guy, and yeah, I like. To me, it makes sense if you want to go back to a little bit of that set one feeling with the reprints and everything to go with Genie.
Yeah, like I hesitated including him. He was one of my considerations when choosing my super rare. I'll be. I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna have like a bit of a pinch to the heart if he is because I got rid of an enchanted one, a French enchanted genie. I'd be
Oh
very
no!
sad. I'd be very sad if he is still like still playable and like meta playable.
Yeah, I get that.
Ruby.
Ruby. I went. So that's I talked earlier about Titan Ambition versus Being Undisputed, and I said, well, I already kind of had my Being Undisputed because I put Lady Tremaine there. I hesitated between Tremaine and Medusa. Tremaine being like goes through Ward if it's the only thing that they have makes sense for me. So yeah, to me, Tremaine made the most sense. She's a good character. When she arrived in set two, she solved a lot of problems that the meta had at that point. Cusco being one of them.
Yeah.
And since we already know that there's going to be Cusco for everyone, basically in set 10 that's been announced. Like
Goofy
I,
Emerald Champion.
yeah, Goofy Emerald Champion. I can see Tremaine making a comeback or something similar.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely the choice that makes sense. I I very strongly tried to stay away from either Tremaine or the other choice was Medusa.
Yeah,
I know it was your other choice. I stayed away from it, and like my choice is super spicy because of it. It's Aladdin Heroic Outlaw.
I mean that works.
It was a good card back in set one. It works with the fact that they were reprinting a lot of set one cards. I like the lore steel lore shift side of Ruby a lot back in those days. I think they're not doing it as much as these days. Like they do it a little bit. Like you've seen it on like some racer card. You've seen it on some
Yeah,
action cards. It's still there. So I would love that
you're
card to
still
come
trying to
back.
find the sweet spot because we've seen with a Pirate's Life that when it can be abused, it becomes annoying.
Yeah, and I think that's why Aladdin is that good because it's a character. It has a finite number of life, except if you're like in yellow and heal him up. But
Uh huh.
yeah, so I think
Sorry.
that's fine. Like I think it's interesting, but I don't think it's not my first choice for being reprinted. But I would like him to be reprinted.
No, that's fair.
We'll say it this way.
Another place where we might disagree, you and I, because let's skip that. Let's get Sapphire for a second. We already know Tinkerbell is getting reprinted, so Steel was kind of an easy one.
Yep.
There, she's gonna be a promo with the collector packs. We know she's coming back. She has her number and everything. That's fine. So that leaves us with Sapphire, and you went with. I hesitated. I really like this card. I genuinely considered putting it. So, what did you put as your number one reprint
For
in Sapphire?
so it was Aurora Dreaming Guardian. I like this card a whole lot back in set one. I remember it being played a very small amount in set two. So yeah, I think it was very interesting giving ward to everything. It's a shiftable character also. We still have other auroras that are smaller. I think, if I remember correctly.
I think we
So
still have some, yeah.
yeah, so I think it's very interesting to have
She's
that too.
she's a good design. I stayed with the item package basically and went with Aerial Treasure Collector.
Yeah,
I see Tamatoa going away. Like I don't think Tamatoa is getting reprinted.
the so shiny.
Uh,
You mean?
yeah, they're so shiny. So I don't see Tamatoa so shiny being reprinted, and you kind of still need an item finisher for the Sapphire deck. there's a lot of finishers in Sapphire. That's all they have, really.
Hmm.
There's been a Sapphire finisher almost every set since the game came out.
Yeah.
But
Looking
I
at your
still
red again.
think, yeah. But I still think there's something really synergistic with Ariel's way of, oh, if you have more item than each opponent, you gain the extra tool, or she has the ward, but she's not, compared to Radigan, she's not like overly statted. She can still be like, you're gonna quest with her once for 5, and then she's gonna get removed,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Like she's not an Omega finisher, but she's a threat. As long as she's there, you kind of have to deal with the items. You have to deal with what's there. I like her. It's one of my, I wouldn't say my favorite design, but I like her design more than I like Tamatoa So Shiny. So I really hope we see her come back more than Tamatoa.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we said in steel, it's Tinkerbell. We know it. It's fine. Uh,
And
are
then
we
the
going?
legendaries.
Yeah, we're going to the meat of the subject,
The
and
ones people are all curious about.
yeah, and again, we're gonna disclaim it again. We are, we do not take into account the leak that
Yep.
was put on today. We kept our initial one, so maybe you see this video and you're like, oh, I've seen the leaks. You guys are on the money or not on the money on this, and we're just not gonna address it.
Exactly. But there, it's still what our thought process was for those and the ones we kind of wanted to see coming back. Uh, Before we jump into those, I want to address the thing I've seen the most and one of the big disagreements I have with part of the community, and it's Rapunzel in Ember. I want to. I don't want her gone. It's like, oh, I want her gone. I hate that card. But the people who want her are like, well, Ember's dead if Rapunzel's not there. The only reason the color's playable is because of Rapunzel, because you can draw a tree with her and everything. Okay, if the color's only playable because of one card, then the
Never play
card
at
might be
color.
the problem. Like, yeah,
Yeah, just like never play at color and like be done with it. I don't know, but no, like we need a break from Rapunzel,
yeah.
and
There's other ways. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, what's her name? Not Louisa, but the Madrigal, that Julieta. So like, oh, Julieta sucks compared to, yeah, she sucks compared to Rapunzel, but there's ways to make something in between. There's ways to have healing card draws still happen without being 1-5 quest for 2 gets you 3 cards on curve. Like, it's it was a very good rate, and that's the thing. We
like
want to get, like, I think they want to get walk away a little bit from all those cards that were a bit too good of a rate,
yeah,
like
thinking about like Diablo,
Diablo, Big Sisu, uh,
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. Like, I think the clean thing is to get away from all of them equally. And yeah, that might mean getting away from Rapunzel. So what did you put to replace Rapunzel in the reprint slot?
So I put something that's a fan favorite. Like I know a lot of people love their Rapunzels, but like I went with another fan favorite, and it's Mufasa, Betrayed Leader. The roulette is coming back.
Roulette's coming back.
Well, I surely hope like it has it has its fans. I think it's a very interesting spot to have in the metagame. I know your son had a very interesting deck with like Mufasa and the new Bogo
Bogo.
from
Yeah.
from set 8 and like a whole bunch of bodyguards. I thought it was very interesting.
It was a cool design. Didn't work out too well in the current meta, but the design itself was cool. It was a fun play, like a fun play area basically to build inside. I was really tempted to put Mufasa as well, but I tried Purdy the Devoted Mother instead.
Oh, sure,
Because,
sure.
like, we have a lot of discard synergies with um, Amber, I didn't put Chernobog as coming back, but I could still see her being that Chernobog effect in those like uh, Amber Emerald aggressive decks where well, as time is running out, okay, 6 ink, you put down the Perdita, you bring back something, and then the next turn you quest, you bring back something again, and it's always that pressure that's coming back and coming back and coming back. So I could see like Perdita being
Would make an interesting deck with the lady,
yeah,
the Ember Emerald lady.
exactly,
Like you could be just like be churning through your deck.
pretty much.
Yeah. So
Discuss two or less. Which lady is that?
the one that brings the shift one that brings back characters
Yeah,
in your
she's a
hand.
4 drop.
The lady is a 5 drop
A 5
shifting
drop.
for
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
5 drop shifting for 3, but it brings back things to your hand.
yeah,
So one of them brings it back to the field. The other one brings it back to
yeah.
your
Okay,
hand.
yeah. Shifting those two cost or less. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a concept of deck of like
Yeah,
very
exactly.
recursive aggro.
And with the truck star being there, like you want to play those 1 or 2 drops anyways. So I could see that as being bit of a top end there.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that. It's not card draw, but it's still card advantage. So
agreed,
that's the approach I looked at.
agreed. Um, Jumping to Amethyst, it's one of the confirmed ones.
Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't know it was confirmed, so I'm
it's
gonna take the L on this one for sure.
yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna derogate from like my thing. We're not gonna talk about the leaks. Like it was announced in I think it was like a semi-official communication of how the set symbol is gonna be printed on reprints because it has like a bit of like
Yeah, the
of
logo's a bit different, right?
yeah, it's like speckles of ink ish, or I don't know what it's supposed to be in the logo, and they showed it on Elsa's Spirit of Winter, and it was like a semi-official communication, but this is the one I'll have to say like it's on there on the leak, the leak
Yeah.
page, so it's the confirmed one. If you weren't sure with that communication of this is how we're reprinting cards, they have that distinction in the logo. Well, it's Elsa, Spirit of Winter, the 8 drop that freezes 2 characters.
I mean, it's okay. We have the 5 drop Elsa. That's a good target for her to shift onto, anyways. Everyone loves a good Elsa. She sells cards by herself.
It's not gonna be the Enchanted this time. It's not gonna be $1,000.
Yeah, no, exactly. So like, it's gonna be fine. I personally had put Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, the one where when you draw cards, you move damage.
Yeah,
It's one of the underused legendaries, in my opinion, that could have had a lot more love, especially in something like a different Ruby Amethyst kind of build with all the characters that come into play with damage onto them, and then you draw cards, you move the damage away, you use spell to shift the damage. Like, it's a different kind of removal. I really like the idea, and it's not it's an underused, fairly costed and powerful card.
yeah,
So no, I liked it.
yeah. So we have this one for Emerald. I want to hear your choice.
For Emerald, I haven't put a lot of discard stuff in there, but I wanted to see the bell come back. Like, I really like the design of the bell from set 2, Hidden Archer. Never really got its time in the sun. Now it's got shift targets and other colors that are underused. We could see something. I doubt it's going to be the one that's going to be reprinted, but it's the one I would love to see reprinted because of how much of a puzzle she offers. Because for those who might not remember, when she's challenged, the challenging character's player discard all cards in their hand, and she can ship for 3.
So basically, if you're not in Steel, she was a headache to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was a good puzzle to solve, uh, especially after the printing of set 7 Bell. like
Yes.
the 3 drop that you can banish the popsicle for. Because then it was like, yeah, turn 3, quest for 3, go ahead, remove it. I
Like
dare you.
you still have a sizable hand by turn three, so you
Yeah.
don't want to smash into her like quite yet.
So she's a good challenge. I really liked her. I doubt she's gonna be reprinted, but it's like this one was my I wish she was.
I went with the other legendary from set two. It's a personal favorite. It helped me to my finish at the DLC in Atlanta, so I had to include it. It's Beast Relentless. I just love, love, love the design of that card.
Very good
Uh,
design as well, yes.
yeah, so just like being able to ready every time something is damaged on the other side, and like you could do some huge questing turns. Like my record with it was like 10 or 12 lore or something like that. Like it's very impressive. It's a very impressive card. It's very powerful. It's the thing is why I'm not exactly sure it's gonna be reprinted. It's very niche. Like I'm a big fan of that card. I don't know how many people are that big a fan of the card.
Yeah, and sadly, I don't want to say they're moving away from it, but what we've seen, especially with red green, which is the color pair that cares about damage characters the most right now, it puts damage counters and stuff. It doesn't
Damage.
damage characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I like it would be a good call. I would have liked it.
Yeah. So the takeaway is that we really like the
Set
green
two.
legendaries. The green legendaries from set two.
I mean, the ones from set one were so underwhelming, right?
It was what? It was John Silver
John Silver and
and
the Beast, but the Beast that
the
was like,
Wolfsbane.
oh, exert, yeah, was it
Yeah.
exerting the characters or like I don't.
Oh, it was so sad. Like it's in my Japanese boxes. That's the only thing I could pull as a
Oof.
like. I opened two boxes and both boxes it was a Beast Wolfsbane.
I
I
think that's why
was
he became a tragic hero afterwards. He was so sad from his card in set one.
That's why I became a tragic hero.
Maybe.
All
So
right.
we already know for Ruby Maleficent is the card coming back. No debate there.
Yeah, we already have like the enchanted art for set champ of Fabled. Uh, moving along.
Yeah. I think we might have the same one for Sapphire.
Yeah. So
We both put Let It Go as one of our rares,
and it's very on theme to have
and it only
Hades.
makes sense to have ADs
Yeah.
coming back, especially since it's making a resurgence right now, both in Blurple and in Blue and Shark. The card is still very playable to this day, and it's a 7 drop uninkable that removes a character. It's not.
Good rate. It's a very
It's a
good
good
rate.
rate, yeah, but it's not broken by any means.
I have to say I hesitated putting Lucky Diamond there,
I,
but
I
I
did as well.
but I thought it was too narrow, and that they probably wanted to go with something more generic.
I thought it was too narrow, and I also thought it was. How do I word it?
Restrictive.
No, I think more like part of the rotation is to freshen the meta.
Mm.
And because of a certain pro player that we sometimes have on this channel, let's just say that Lucky Diamond's had more than its fair time in the sun since set 4, where it 3?
Four is where it really shone.
Yeah, it's shown in set 4, but like ever since it came out, like it's had its fair time being at the forefront of the metagame, at the absolute forefront of the metagame even. And like to me, it makes sense when you're looking at the results like that to be like, yeah, yeah, it's done its time. It's okay.
Um, so jumping to steel, I had two cards marked down here. I had to make a coin toss to decide which one was in here. I'd be equally happy with both. They're both some of my favorite cards in the whole game. Uh,
So I had two as well, but I know one of them is not at all the same as you because I didn't pick it for the same reason as you.
Okay.
So
If you know me well enough, you might know it's Beast Strategic Hero and Robin Hood Champion of Sherwood.
yeah.
Those are cards I played to the ground. I played a lot of them, and like, but I'm like in that sense, I'm fairly certain it's one of them. I was looking at every other legendary, and I want to make a point of it to see what your decision would, what your choice would be, because I was looking at the other legendaries and I was just like, I'm so underwhelmed.
So here's the thing, right? I think it's going to be Robin of Champion of Sherwood because it's the most good while being balanced steel legendary that we have,
Yes,
and it requires involvement in it. The thing
sure.
I have with Beast is that you play Beast and you never do anything with it. Like the goal of playing Beast is to not do anything with Beast to a degree.
Arguably,
Yeah. But most of the games, if everything goes according to plan, you're gonna put your Beast down, draw your two cards, do other stuff, draw your two cards, do other stuff, and then when everything's clean, yeah, maybe quest for two at some point.
I've been aggressive with beasts sometimes, like trying to pick up damage to be able to challenge some locations
Yeah,
that were
locations are stuff.
problematic.
No, like there's
There's
cases, but
play, like there's play to the card.
there's place there, but versus Robin, where he's Calhoun on steroids. You want to play him, you want to remove stuff, you want people even to like, oh, come trade something into it. I'm gonna draw a card afterwards. He's a lot more build not build around, but flexible in what he can do. So I really like, and he has a better like shift target. We never really got a shift target for Beast.
Yeah, Morph was a shift
Yeah,
target.
Morph. My
Uh,
other one, and I doubt it's going to be that one. It's why I eventually went with Robin, but I thought it made sense with where the steel design is currently headed. Was the Piglet, the sturdy knight, I think.
Swordsman,
Sorry,
Swordsman.
yeah, sturdy swordsman.
Okay, okay.
Because like we have a lot of cards, right? Well, steel has always been like draw this card, bring your hand to nothing to replenish it, and like a bunch of that. And having the piglet that's like, oh, if you're empty ended, you can challenge ready characters. If you're like, it deals with being empty handed, which is something that Steel's likes to play with. Steel likes to be very low on card in its like most pure identity, I want to call it. So I felt like it really felt like a steel card to me. And the question is, do they want to reprint, staples or cards that didn't get their time in the sun? And just like I thought for Maleficent that she didn't get her time in the sun in Amethyst, I think Piglet was, I wouldn't say overlooked because when it came out, we already had such good steel cards and so like the build was already great. But I think it never got its time for a deck to build around that idea of keeping a very low hand, being very low to the ground in terms of like similar to what Tiana was doing, right? If you have no cards in hand, she's exerted no actions. Well, now if you have no cards in hand, he can challenge ready characters. He's a good removal. And then you have the Docs or the Desperate Blend that can like, oh yeah, sure. Let me drop that, replenish my hand by two or three, just enough to
Be
ink
able to
something,
drop.
deploy more threats, stay empty-handed. So I really like the idea of Piglet, but I eventually came to the conclusion that it's probably going to be Robin Hood.
Yeah, that I think I like I said, I coin tossed. It fell on Robin, just because it had the shift target, and it was the, I want to say, more proactive card. It made a bit more sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, and now to the icing on the cake. Our pick for an enchanted.
Yeah.
So
So I'll start with one that would make absolutely zero sense, but given how they choose some of their enchanteds, I'm not ruling it out. But that would make me probably the happiest and the giddiest enchanted chaser there is because we're gonna have Pegasus a gift for Hercules as a DLC promo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we could have the Cloud Chaser as an enchanted, like, imagine the bling.
Okay, okay, okay. I like it.
I
I
kind of
like
want
it.
the full shift line, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand that. It so feels bad like you have the nice one, and the one you put over it is just like a normal card.
Yeah, it's just
Me. Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna put my
okay.
championship like participant, my DLC participant, one drop, and then cover it with just a Pegasus turn three.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you because like I'm looking at my predictions, and most of them already have like nice or enchanted versions. Like Morph has a enchanted version.
Yeah,
Beast Relentless, if they ever go that way, has an enchanted. Bruno has an enchanted. Sudden Chill, like okay, cool, cool. Sudden Chill, but it's not like super enchantable, like
yeah.
enchanted potential. It doesn't have that wow factor in like an art, a potential art. So yeah, I would like the Cloud Racer.
I would really, really love to have Hades Infernal Schemer as an enchanted.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Like that card has been big in set one, set two, kind of went away until like recently came back with Blurpole with and with Shark McDuck. Uh, that card would be
Like,
amazing. Like
you
he's kind
know, Maleficent's getting an enchanted in the set championship. We know Elsa's coming back. She already has an enchanted. Assuming that Robin Hood is coming back, he already has an enchanted. Like, if Hades is also the pick, come on, guys, give him an enchanted.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. I agree with that. Um, you said it earlier for Ruby, a be prepared enchanted. Like
I would love a Be Prepared enchanted.
so many people would be happy. All the Ruby Amethyst players, all the Sapphire Ruby
Yeah.
players, like a lot of people would be happy. I would be happy with the be prepared, and I don't play a whole lot of be prepared.
Yeah, no, like
So
I would absolutely love it. It's
uh,
not often that people chase like song enchanteds, but I feel like this one would be really, really like well received by the community.
Speaking of Song Enchanted, like I said that Sudden Chill didn't have the enchanted potential. I think Strength has it.
It might have.
I would have loved in set two having Strength of a Raging Fire over the Namari that we got.
Yeah.
Like that would have been awesome.
And it's like one of the most played steel cards, so
It would be such a chase, such a chase. I would need four of them.
most people would.
Um,
So no, I kind of agree with that because I'm looking at like our predictions. There's not a lot more that we're like, oh, it doesn't have already an enchanted or is worthy of one, if I can put it that way.
yeah, I'm looking at Amber because it's the only color we haven't named yet,
Yeah,
and like I kind of struggle because we're talking about like if we're going with like Stitch Rockstar already had an enchanted as the set champ promo.
and I think like there's a good opportunity for them there because we know it's one of the most expensive enchanteds in the game right now because it was only top four, because it's Stitch, because it was like super hard to get. Not a lot of stores managed to get their set champs in that set and everything. I think they'd have an opportunity there to give him like a proper enchanted, like a regular enchanted, if we could call it that way.
Okay, I don't know if when they said that uh, cards that already had enchanted could not be enchanted, if they were counting store champ promos as
They
previously
already did
enchanted.
like two Ursulas, and like they've done it before, having
Okay,
a card that has both a store promo version and well, a set champ version and an enchanted. So I don't think they consider them as enchanted cards. I think they consider them as set
good,
championship promo cards.
because nowadays they're calling it enchanted. Like
Yeah,
the
they're
Jafaris.
getting the enchanted treatments, but
Yeah, but they're actually calling them enchanted. Like they're calling the Jafar enchanted. They're calling
oh really? Okay.
the Maleficent enchanted. So I don't know. Like I would dig it to have a different art on it, but I also really love the store champ
Yeah.
art on this one. So I don't know, because I have nothing that has like potential in here. Like
I mean, the
I'm
Mufasa would be fine if
yes,
Mufasa's what they reprint.
yes. If they go with that, I would agree. But if they don't,
Gonna be looking to see what it is.
because like
Because there's one card we didn't put there that would make for a gorgeous enchanted that everyone would be chasing.
which is
Ariel Spectacular Singer.
sure
Like, I
fold.
don't want the card to be reprinted personally. I don't think it needs to be, but you have to admit that if it is, that would be a heck of an enchanted card people would go after.
Fold. Yeah, I would want that. Like, if you're telling me we're playing one more year of Spectacular Stinger, I want for enchanted ones.
Like, we'll see. We don't know, but
Yeah, no. Like, I still, like you said, I hope we can get away from the steel song archetype in that color combo. Like we get like either a more aggressive or more like mid range, not based on songs, or like the singers are different. Maybe we're playing a bit with Aurora that has the aerial stats without the aerial effect.
yeah, like there's multiple ways. Like, again, we have Troubadour that's gonna do a wonderful job of replacing Ursula. We have like other three drums and scenes for five. They've printed them ever since. There's Naveen that comes out on four, sings a song right away.
You could reprint the Gaston Baritone Bully
Yeah,
because it's not as ubiquitous a choice. So
yeah, no, like there's ways to make things work. To be honest,
mhm, mhm. Yeah, well, that kind of covers our prediction. Like I said, if you want to go see the leak page and see how it fares against our prediction, be my guest. Uh,
we're not gonna link to it though.
no, no, we're I don't want to say mad, but we don't condone that course of action.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
There you go.
But no, we'll see. Official spoilers are starting with Gen Con, which is I think next weekend,
Yeah.
like the first weekend of August.
Hmm. You might see
So
most of these in the preview, because not enchanted, the legendaries are like the talk of the town, and this is what people will like want to see in that opening weekend.
yeah, kind of expecting them to.
Actually, address like they've been vocal about like these kind of leaks
Yeah.
things and whatever when they happened, so they might
Although to
just
be
say
fair, like Greg might talk about it on the next Lorecast, but it's not as like whereas the world info that leaked, people would have booked tickets and done stuff around it. This is leaked cards. Like it sucks, but I don't think there's a need to address it as fast.
no, no. Like what I mean is they might show it at Gen Con
Oh yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
just like here are good pictures at Gen Con for the people that are there for us.
Oh for sure.
I don't want to say like, oh, we're gonna show them in the lorecast. That would suck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So thanks, Drew, for joining us. Thanks to you guys for being there. If you're still here after an hour and 40 minutes, Thank you. You're the people we do this for the most, obviously. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We're gonna come back with regularly scheduled um,
Lives.
streams on Monday. And for those who were asking about the Inkling Adventures, breaking news: we have been editing them a little bit more steadily. They are gonna come back. Uh, I don't have a time frame as of yet, but they're being edited as we speak. They're coming back. We haven't forgotten about you guys.
Yeah,
So
and like we've spoken at least to release what we've filmed.
oh, we're gonna finish it. Like
Oh,
it's
because if not, what I had the idea of is like trying to make reviewed versions of it post rotation. But
yeah, maybe we'll see how it fares. But thanks to you guys for being here. Thanks, Drew. We're gonna wish you a very good evening, and until next week, keep questing.